What's going on, everybody? I hope you guys enjoyed your weekend. And today we're going to talk about a clone console made by Analog. Now, if you don't know who the company Analog is, these guys have made clone consoles of the Famicom and the NES, also the Super NES. And now they just released that they're going to be making a clone console for the Sega Genesis, the Mega SG. And this console has been long overdue. A lot of people have been really wanting this console because of the ones at games have been just so terrible. Those games, well, I'm sorry, those consoles have just been abysmal. I don't recommend those consoles to a blind person. That's just how bad they are. Now, but anyway, the Mega SG is slated to be released in 2019, and I think it's going to be around for the price point around $189, $180, and this is going to be something that, like I said, people have been wanting for a long time. The quality of it can be go up to 1080p, the resolution, and it does have scan line filter just like all the other consoles that they've made. And it doesn't come with any controllers. I don't think it comes with any controllers, and that is a bummer because some people, want to have a controller to come with the console. But at the flip side of that, this console do supports the Sega Genesis controllers. So if you have a controller like I do, I have the old Sega Genesis controller, really good controller. You can't go wrong with that. Well, anyway, I think this is long overdue, like I said, and a lot of people who've been wanting just a plug and play that is in good condition, good quality, made with quality parts. This is what you got. Now, people who've been playing with the other consoles like the NT and the Super NT already know what they're going to get. Analog don't pull no punches with the quality of their consoles. Some people are even going out on a limb to saying that the Super NT is probably the best Super Nintendo ever created, even though it's not even a Super Nintendo. It just plays Super Nintendo games. Now, these consoles are ran on the FPGA. Now, FPGA is a circuit board or motherboard that mimics the piece of hardware. Like, you can get it to make it think that it is or a certain console. Now, this whole thing is called hardware simulation. So, like I said, it simulates the hardware. And I don't have the NT or the Super NT, but I do have a FPGA console, and this is the AVS made by Retro USB. Now, this thing here plays Nintendo and Famicom games, and this thing is an amazing piece of hardware. I prefer this over the NES because the NES, in my opinion, is a piece of junk. Don't get me wrong, I love the games, but the console itself is terrible. The little toaster console, I just couldn't get it. So I do love playing games on original hardware, but I had to make an exception for that because it's just absolutely abysmal to play with the old NES. I just can't do it. I mean, they look great, they just play terrible. Anyway, as far as my thoughts on me actually purchasing one, I don't think I'm going to purchase the Mega SG. But I do. I know I'm gonna. It's highly recommended because I know they do great work. I've played on all the consoles that they had so far, and if you just want to hook this thing up to your HD TV and play, you're just gonna have a blast. I haven't even played it yet. Now, like I said, I already know that the quality that they have is just gonna be great. Anyway, my Sega Genesis is hooked up to to the OSSC. Now, this is the OSSC. If you don't know what this is, it's basically a line doubler or a line tripler where you can upscale your games to play on HD television. And with that being said, if you are a person that likes to play on original hardware, I recommend getting the OSSC. Now, the OSSC is pretty much the same amount of money for that is the Mega SG, but it does so many other things. Now, like I said, I'm not knocking the the Mega SG, but I just know that's what it's going to be. It's just a regular a high quality clone console. But like if you're into original hardware, I think this way to go. Get an OSSC or a FrameMeister. Now, Anyway, the Mega SG is going to have uh, a way where you can use your Sega CD or the Mega CD. Now, if you don't know anything about that, I mean, where have you been? Everybody knows about that. You basically play Sega CD games. It's also region free, so you can use Mega Drive games um, from overseas, like PAL or in the PAL region or the Japan region. So you can actually, if you can get a copy of, some of these high quality or expensive games for the Mega Drive, like Return of the Shredder by the Ninja Turtles, uh, you'll be able to play it. So that's cool. I think at the end of the day, I think this is going to be fantastic. I think the my only downside to it is it doesn't come with any controllers. You can buy controllers for it. I think the controllers run for like $24.99 or something like that. But they're made by 8-bit dough. These guys make some really good controllers. So you can't go wrong with those. But personally, I think that's the only bummer about it. It doesn't come with any controllers. But if you're in this scene already, you probably already have the controllers like I do. If I decide to buy one, I'll be good. So it's not a big deal on my end. So I actually think that you should really consider it if you're into it. If not, you can always get a Sega Genesis, get an OSSC, or you can just play a Sega Genesis the way you want to. It is what it is. But I already know. I'm just I don't really do stuff like this with games, but I think this console is already going to be highly recommended. I think you'll be fine if you get one. There's no big deal into contemplating on it, but at the end of the day, if you do buy one, you'll be just fine. Uh, I think that's pretty much it for this video. I just wanted to talk about the Mega MG, Mega MG, the Mega SG, and my thoughts on it. And I think it's just gonna be an exciting time. It's gonna come out in early 2019, and it's gonna be all good. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. You guys catch me next time. Take care. Peace.